Hello, everyone. Madayo and Shalom. I want to talk to you about something because we just had Hebrew class last Saturday. Just so you guys know, yes, I am taking up Hebrew class. Am I converting? Maybe not yet, or I don't think so. We'll never know. The thing is, this is a journey for me. Okay. First, it started with I wanted to define the essence of Filipino without color of colonization. Okay, and then it's like, okay, I need to find something older, something older, something older. And then I came across a video on YouTube, which at first I'm like, it's too skeptical. Like, I watched it, but I didn't really pay it too much mind because, like, really? We are biblical old? That old? Okay, so whatever. And then now that I'm living here in Davao, all of a sudden I see an announcement that says, oh, the God culture is coming to Davao. I'm in Davao. So I instantly got some tickets to get there, and then the second seminar I also got there. So I went to several of their seminars and even contacted them and said, hi, can we have dinner? I want to pick your brains. And we didn't have dinner, we had breakfast instead. So I met Tim and Anna of the God Culture, and they're like, aren't you reading the Bible? I'm like, sporadically, like any good Catholic girl. Sporadically. And take note, I teach catechism, Sunday catechism, so yeah. Anyways, I didn't think my Christian living education was lacking. I felt like, coming from a privileged school, we had a little more knowledge than everybody else. Pacem in terris and all those other doctrines. Um, all right, so, and he's like, okay, you want to know, like, proof of biblical old. First of all, you're going to need to learn Hebrew. And another thing is, it's all in Genesis. It's in the genealogy. I'm like, genealogy? Skip, begat, skip. Who needs to learn that thing? And he's Tim. Tim is like, what? You need to learn genealogy. That's the history. Genealogy is history. And something inside me just shifted. And I opened my dad's old Bible. For some reason, I don't know, I saved it. Don't like the translation. It's King James, and it's the really, really old King James. So, but I still use it until I find my Bible. I don't know where my Bible went. I have like a bigger Bible. It's color white. I think it's NIV, but I'm pretty sure it had like extra books in there. So, anyways, then I started to read the genealogy. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. If you translate them in Hebrew, it kind of sound like Filipino words, Filipino place names here. Oh my gosh, they were here. The biblical ancestors, they were here. There's like, yeah, that's what I've been telling everyone. Oh, okay, now I get it. All right, so it didn't stop there, because he was urging me to do your own research. You don't need to take my word for it. Do some more of your research. So I did. I went to Joseph Drummond's seminar. I went around, did my own research by myself, and just watched YouTube videos, other TikTokers who have translations. And I'm like, I need to know translation. I'm relying on other people's translation. I need to know translation. And so I came across this pastor. Apparently, my mom knows him, Pastor Ike. And he's like, I've been going around the Philippines for more than 10 years teaching Hebrew to anybody who wants to learn Hebrew. I want to learn Hebrew. And he's like, okay, will you sponsor the classroom? Like, I'm going to convert one of my apartment units into the classroom, which I did. And yeah, just monoblock tables, monoblock chairs, shoved all the beds away, and there you go. It's a classroom. And then I bought a whiteboard, had my driver make a frame, and we mounted it there. So, that's it. Makeshift classroom. There we were going to have what's this? Hebrew class. So first the letters, And yeah, and then I did a comparative, but I gave him that comparative. So I'm going to make a new one, and I'm going to make another video for that soon. Because if you squint your eyes a little bit, it seems like we had a common ancestor for our alphabets. Because the thing about Hebrew alphabets and Baybayin scripts, they are syllabic, and they have like, dots where you place dots up, down, or wherever, indicates the vowels. So it's quite similar to Baybayin. When I was doing that comparative, I also did Hanunuo and Kulitan script, and Hanunuo is the closest, but Hanunuo has the least amount of what's this letters in it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make more comparatives with other ancient Filipino scripts. And for those who don't know, Baybayin is not our only Filipino script. So the Baybayin is used by the Tagalogs and some parts of the Visayas, but we have other things like Hanunuo, Kulitan script, Mangyan script, Subanin Baybayin, and more. There's actually a lot more. Somebody just made Baybayin cool again, and everybody wants it as a tattoo. Guys, do some research. There are others. Okay, so there are others. Anyways, back to Hebrew class. So while we were there, the pastor is like, God's redemption plan is actually in the feasts. Because he noticed that I was practicing Shabbat. And he noticed that I was also practicing some of the feasts, especially this year. So last year, my mom and I tried our best to do Shabbat. Even Tim's like, there's no cleaning Shabbat. Okay, fine. So I tried my best to try to do the 39 prohibitions of Shabbat. It is impossible for me to do, but Lord loves somebody who really tries their best. So Lord, I am trying my best. And I also want to do the feasts because the feasts are important because they were never taken out. It's not like when Jesus came, he said, erase the feast. Remember, he said he was not there to condemn the law, but to fulfill it. In other words, none of them were supposed to be taken out. Jesus himself celebrated all the feasts. So why are we taking off the feasts? So I thought it was just a nice way to celebrate, because we don't want any more pagan stuff, right? Easter is Astarte, and December 25 is Mithra. So why would we want to celebrate something pagan? Okay, I would still celebrate December 25 just in honor of family, but in my heart I know that Jesus' birthday is not there. So some says his birthday was during Shavuot. So yeah, we're not sure, of course. We're not 100% sure, but at least it's not December 25. It might make more sense if it was Shavuot. So I made this. I printed this. I just typed it up. God's redemption plan is in the appointed time. So Moed, appointed times. There's also the Hag. It's hard to pronounce. Hag. Chag. Hag. They have a certain way of producing a sound for Hag festival. It's a festival. So not all appointed times are Hag. This is controversial. The 980 years is one millennial day. That's Joseph Drummond's. We don't know because our calendar is skewed, so we don't know. But that's not important. What is important are the 7 appointed times that must be kept. So one is, number 1, a very important one, Passover. Okay, it's sometime April. I celebrated Passover, Pesach. Then that follows the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The next day after Passover is already unleavened bread. In fact, Passover is supposed to be the first day. And then unleavened bread is about 13 days. Then after that, when you get to Feast of the First Fruits, which is the first Sunday after Passover, you count 50 days, and that's when you get Pentecost or Shavuot. Okay, Pentecost is supposed to be the birthday of Jesus. Then you get trumpets or Rosh Hashanah. Then atonement, booths, and the Sabbath.